Okie dokie guys, this morning we're going to Yamaha to get my first service. Booyah! What's up YouTube nerds? I'm at the Yamaha dealer getting my first service, 1000k service, and the MT-09 recall for the TPS and the remap on the ECU. So keep watching, and tonight at 6 p.m. I'll drop the full video of everything they're doing. Cheers guys. All right everyone, here it is. Jamie, the technician at Yamaha at the dealership, has got the bike on the rack. He's getting all the sensors and all the filters and all the oils ready as we speak. Jamie will introduce himself shortly, but here's the rack and here's the bike, and we'll give you a little update shortly. So guys, this is Jamie. He's a technician here at Yamaha. Today, Jamie, do you want to run us through what you're going to be doing to my MT-09 SP?
Yeah man, so today we're going to be doing the first service, 1000k, giving it a good check over, checking all the fluids, checking all the tyre pressures, and then we're also doing the TPS recall and the ECU update on it. So
beautiful.
We'll get it all sorted.
How long do you reckon that is that going to take you? Because you're a black belt in these now, aren't you?
It's roughly about 1.5 to 2 hours, give or take, if everything goes right.
And we're not going to be filming that long, guys, so we're just going to be doing little spurts here and there, because I'm guessing Jamie will want to use some curse words in the meantime. So we're going to pause it here. So we're at the second stage, I should say. I'm going to let Jamie talk in a minute, but basically, Jamie, what have you done so far?
So essentially, pulled the seat off, pulled the tanks off, pulled a couple of the bearings off.
Yep.
And then coming up, I'm going to be taking the airbox off.
Yep.
Take the ECU off, fold that out of the way.
Yep.
And then under here, we'll get the throttle bodies out.
Yep.
Once we get them out, we can then pull the TPS out and put the new one in, and then get it back together and put the ECU update through it.
Beautiful. We'll keep you updated for the next video, for the next cut. So this is the TPS unit. I've been told I've got to be very careful and not drop it or do anything. And that's my oil filter. I'll block out my details so no one knows my address, but that's everything that he's doing today. Alrighty, so the next step, Jamie is going to tell you.
So we are currently just about to pull the throttle body off. We can get in here to this little TPS sensor. Just pull this off. This little sucker right here is the reason what Yamaha want us to replace.
There you go everyone, that's the TPS sensor that I showed you in the little box just before. So we'll come back to you when we start doing the map, I think. But that's where it is, and that's where it's located. That silly little thing right there is causing all of our bikes to idle weird, and some people have no issues, some do. But yeah, mine was revving on idle, up and down. Anyhow, we'll come back when we've got the throttle body, everything back together, and do the remap. So Jamie has just had a chat to me, and he's just said he's going to hook this up to the computer, and he's going to do some things. I can't, for Yamaha privacy reasons, look at the screen. However, he's going to quickly explain to us what he's doing, and We'll cut, and then we'll come back to a different segment.
So essentially what I'm doing is I have to set the value of the TPS. So they all have a certain angle that they've got to be set to.
Yep.
So if you don't set it to the right angle, it doesn't really talk with each other very well.
Yep.
So if it's slightly off, it just doesn't like it, and it's all fucked up.
Yep. Gotcha. All right.
I can show you the degree on what it's meant to be.
You tell me when I'm allowed to come around.
So if you come around, so you currently see that the throttle position sensor is set to 25. So if I move the TPS sensor, you'll notice it will change its value.
Oh wow.
So if I move it all the way forward, it'll go up to 26. If I move it all the way back, it'll go to 9. We want to have it set to the sweet spot of 17.
17, that's the sweet number, hey?
Good number.
Excellent. All right, well, I'll go back around my side. And I'll let Jamie do his thing, and I'll come back to you with the next update, guys. I also just want to add how lucky they are with air conditioning in their shop. I work in a panel shop with spray booths going at 60 degrees all day, and the shed just humidity is unreal. And he's wearing a jumper. Damn you guys at Yamaha. Luxury. Alright guys, what we're trying to do here is upstairs in the parts department, they didn't have any 2024 K&N filters. We've got a 23 here. We're going to experiment so you guys don't have to see if a 23 will fit the 24. Let's see.
I don't think it will.
That's a negative.
That's a negative.
That is a negative, guys, so don't try that one. You've got to order the 2025 ones. Put that back in the box. So Jamie gave me a little bit of shit because he reckons I've done all this work to my bike, but my levers are gay. So he's talked me into a set of nice ASV levers that look like this. I've just got to wait for my gold nubs to come in, but we've got these going on the bike as well. Rightio, so we're getting ready to do the what is it?
ECU update.
ECU update. I can't show you the computer because it's secret Yamaha technology. I don't know how to explain it, but we're getting ready to do it. I'm just going to come in on an angle so I can't see the screen. If Jamie allows me to look at it, he'll tell me, but we're about to do it now. And then we're going to do the first service for the 1,000 kilometers. And he was lovely enough to remount all my wiring for my quad lock because I had it wired like a retard. So he did it properly, all under the tank with zip ties. Yeah. So once this all loads for Jamie, he'll be able to do the update. We can show you this part of it. But after this, we have to stop. There's not much I can really sit there and sit behind his back and annoy him, so I'm going to cut it here and we'll come back to when it's more interesting. So now it's starting to download the ECU update. So we're at 5% so far. This is probably going to take 11 minutes and 17 seconds, it says, the remaining time. And I'm not going to sit here and film this whole thing because that's going to take forever. We'll film when it gets up to about 98. If anyone's interested, this is what the screen looks like whilst it's updating. Let me just... YDT GST device connection has been detected. Some functions are limited. So, just a quick update what percentage we're at. Just whilst Jamie's working away, we're at 36%. We've got 5 minutes and 28 minutes remaining. And that's the little thing that's connected to the thing. My key's sitting right there. And he's just putting all the little bits and pieces back on. He's going to notice that the steering dampener I put in place needs a little bit of a shave at the bottom of it when he puts those plastics back on. But I'll update you. So TPS update is now done. The CPU has had its, what's it called again?
ECU update.
The ECU's had its ECU update. I kept using the word remat. It's not a remat, it's an update. But can I ask you a question? Because other people are worried about this. If they've already got a tune to their bike, what's going to happen when they get this done?
So if you have a tune on your bike that is in the ECU itself,
yep,
and you get the ECU update done, the recall, it will wipe out your tune. It'll put it back to stock. So my recommendation is to get the tuner.
Yep.
Whether you got a tune, put the stock one back into it, or make sure they've got that tune on file. Yeah,
so make sure that they've got that tune on file. And get it back to a stock tune before you bring it back to these guys, and so, because Yamaha will not cover replacing your tune. You're dreaming if you think they will. It's not going to happen. So a tune on a bike actually gets rid of the warranty on a bike anyway. So you can fight it all you want, you're going to lose. But yeah, that's how it works. Hey?
So we can tell if it's tuned.
And they can tell if it's tuned as well. They're not silly. They've got all that secret software that I was just showing you that I'm not allowed to show you. But so now we're doing the 1000k service. They're going to put the new oil filter in it. So we've got the new oil filter, and they're going to put some good oil in it, dump the oil out. So we'll get back to you when that one happens. This is the oil that's just come out of the bike, guys. Look at that, 1000Ks. It's not that bad, to be honest, but that's where it's coming from. Damn, my silly fairings getting in the way of these poor bastards. Sorry, Jamie, my bad.
Sure.
Trying to look like a GP rider here. I bought a naked bike for a reason, and I'm putting fairings on it. So, what oil do you put in these?
Gen4 semi-synthetic YAMAHA.
Beauty.
If you own a Yamaha, just run YAMAHA.
Beautiful. You heard it, guys. That's from the Yummy Tech. Stop trying to Google the shit. Stop listening to Reddit. You just heard it from Yamaha Tech. Check out the little details these guys do when they service. Just on my pillion pegs, you grease them up. You know, they're the little things that we don't think about when our bikes come in for a service that Jamie's now doing, which is pretty cool. He checks all those little things. You know, I think that's pretty nifty, you know. And he's not just doing this because he's being filmed either. He didn't know I started filming. I started filming after this. I didn't even ask him. Usually I ask him before I film, and I didn't this time. So that's pretty cool. What other little nifty things do you do now that I've got you on film?
Usually I'll do the levers, but because we're changing them.
Oh, because we're changing them, yeah.
Clean it up and re-grease it all.
Alright, well, we'll pause it here until we get to changing the levers, I reckon. Because there's no point filming you putting the oil filter on. Quick question, how much oil does go in these?
3.2.
3.2 litres.
With an oil filter change.
With an oil filter change. Alright, pausing. Amy just told me about the wear indicators on my tyres. And what tyres did you recommend for my next ones?
Michelin Road 6s.
Michelin Road
6.
Road 6s. Alright, that's what we'll do next time. So he's checking that, and he's actually going to adjust my chain as well. And I noticed when I was in the tunnel the other day, it was making a bit of noise, so he's going to lube that up and tension it. It has had a full service, it's 1000k service. It's had the TPS changed, the sensor changed, it's had its ECU update. We couldn't change the levers to the nice levers because the clutch one didn't fit. So we're getting them on order, and we'll get them fitted next time. All right, guys, so that wraps it up. Everything's done. Thank you, Jamie, for doing all that. And I'll speak to you soon. Taking it for its first test ride. TPS and first service. Came to AMX. This is my first ride after its first service, and first 1000 kilometer service, and it's had its TPS and its recall done, so we're all good.